Hello, and welcome to Jazz Club. Nice. So the reason I'm coming at you on a Wednesday, the kids still say that, don't they? Coming at you. The reason I'm coming at you is because I have something that is not smart home related in the least that I desperately wanted to show you. I get sent so many earbuds and headphones and basically garbage. It's all garbage. This is not. This was sent to me by a company called Tribit, who I hadn't had any dealings with previously, and I wanted to bring this to you because it's phenomenal. They sound absolutely amazing. Here is a full breakdown. There is only one thing better than surround sound, and that is a pair of earbuds. And there is only one thing better than a pair of earbuds, and it's a pair of over-the-ear headphones. And there is nothing better than a pair of over-the-ear headphones. If you are into music, if you're into gaming, if you're really into the sound of movies, you can't beat having big old speakers pressed right up against your brain because it blocks out all of the outside world, and more importantly, it stops the acoustics of your crappy room from reaching your ear. You can't hear the ugly reflections from your mirror and your fireplace. I covered this recently. Pish, ba, poo, pish, ha, hoo. What? And because you can't hear those things, all you're hearing is what the artist or the director intended for you to hear. These things, on top of that, if you go into an office wearing something like this, people come up to you and they go, and they just bugger off again. It's great. There's nothing better than a pair of over-the-ear headphones to tell the world, I don't want to speak to you, go away. So I've listened to Norah Jones, I've listened to Green Day, I've listened to me. I've listened to me a lot because my music is something that I have spent hours and hours and hours poring over every single detail of it in my studio. I have listened to it more than I have listened to any other music because I spent over a year learning how to mix and master my own music. So I know exactly what every single part of each individual piece of music should sound like. I know what the kick drum should sound like. I know what the snare drum should sound like. And when I put these on, I went, that's what I wanted it to sound like. Maybe a little bit on the warm side. It is kind of intended for people who like their bass, the same as almost everything is, but to much less of a degree than almost everything I've heard. Every time someone gives you a pair of headphones and goes, check these out, they sound amazing, I put them on and go, oh yeah, really, really, really bassy is what you mean, because people love bass. But if you're the kind of person who wants to hear music the way it was intended by the artist, you cannot go wrong with these at their current price tag. So I put these on with the usual level of cynicism reserved for stuff that is under £100. Anything under £100 for over-the-ear headphones is usually garbage. And so I stuck them on and I was like, wait a minute. Huh. And so I listened to each individual instrument separately in my brain. I kind of went, right, bass guitar. Yep, no, I can still hear all the clarity. And I swapped back and yep, sure enough, the warmth was gone when I put my flat response headphones on. But when I put the Tribits back on, all the detail was still there. So, confused, I moved on to the next instruments and the next instruments, and basically I compared bass guitar, kick drum, snare drum, cymbals, hi-hats, vocals, and guitars independently. I sat there and I concentrated on each individual one for about an hour, and the only thing that I could find that was lacking in detail was part of the kick drum. It's not even like the whole thing was missing, it was just something missing from the snap of the beater hitting the bass drum. And so I kind of sat there going, what? I don't get it. I'm really confused because they sound warmer, as you would expect, than my flat response headphones from the studio do, but they've still got almost all of the detail. There's just like one tiny, tiny, tiny thing missing. These things are better than my Echo Buds. And my Echo Buds are mind-blowingly good. I am really, really impressed with the Echo Buds, but guess what? These sound better. Speaking of things that this can do, that this can't, this has APTX HD audio. You perhaps don't know what that means. That means this has the lowest possible latency Bluetooth that you can get. There will be nothing that you can watch that will not be perfectly in sync. Sometimes you will find that if you use a pair of these, or in fact any Bluetooth earbuds without APTX, things go out of sync because it can't get the sound to you fast enough if you're watching something of great quality. So, APTX not only means low latency, it also means the highest possible bit rates. So if you're looking for like the maximum possible quality you could get out of a Bluetooth set of headphones, even without the audio jack, these are the best you're going to find. If you're a proper audiophile, I don't get that word. Oh, seriously, why would you want to put file on the end of anything? The word file usually means something gross. In this case, all it means is you really love audio, the same way other files really love their things. So the thing with this is it's got an audio jack input on it. So if you don't want to do the whole Bluetooth thing, because Bluetooth adds a bit of compression to your music, you can plug an audio jack into this, stick it in your phone or your PC or whatever, and have full quality of music. But on top of that, it also means that if your phone's running low on battery, no problem. No Bluetooth required. Stick it in there. Also, you've got a USB-C port, which is great because even the Echo Buds don't have that. They, for some reason, went, what shall we do? Shall we have the latest tech? Nah, don't need the latest technology. Yes, you did, Amazon. You should have done that. The latest technology is here, USB-C. You've got active noise cancellation, not just noise reduction, and this works brilliantly. You have got volume up and down, which will control Bluetooth sound. Doesn't control the audio if you're connected via the jack socket, I must point out. And then a power button to turn them on and off. That's all the features. Comfort-wise, these things are great. I have spent all day in my office chair at work, 8 hours solid, without barely taking them off. No discomfort at all. Not particularly sweaty either, considering they are going over your ear. If you're not used to over-the-ear headphones, you'll find that they do make you a bit warm. These haven't been bad at all. What I will point out, this is important, and this is what makes manufacturers hate me, as I'm far too honest. That hurts! I do not like that. It's not a major issue. If you do wear glasses, you can just do this, look. It's fine. I look like a dork, but it's no longer uncomfortable and I can still do all of my stuff. So yeah, completely honestly, with over-the-ear headphones, it's never greatly comfortable anyway to wear glasses, but I do feel that these pinch quite tight if you've got frames. So that's worth bearing in mind if you're a glasses wearer. Otherwise, these are perfectly comfortable. Really, really good. Long haul flights, working in an office where you want to just ignore people, perfect for all of that. Just two more things before we wrap up then. The first one is battery life, 30 hours. 30. So like 30 hours is insane. I have used them for over a week and I haven't actually run them flat yet because 30 hours is a long time. The second thing is the gestures. So the power button, if you hold it for a second, you get Google Assistant. That works as you would expect. Phone call quality exactly the same as the Google Assistant quality, absolutely spot on. If you double tap the power button, you get to skip track. If you press it once, it pauses or resumes. That is it. The button isn't that easy to get to at first. It takes a little bit of practice. It's in a slightly odd place, but once you've gotten used to it, you can bang it every time. There you go, it's playing music. Stop playing music, I'm trying to concentrate. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That will tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know you want to be notified as and when I upload videos. These amazing people here are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I wouldn't be doing this video right now. These guys make this a possibility, and you can too, if you come and join me at either Patreon, or you can buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I love you forever, and I'll see you next time. Try to keep all of my smart home stuff reserved for so I'm gonna start again. Ha 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 ha. Kind of spend a lot of time going. That's a weird noise.